Support for this podcast comes from Dice. With over 70,000 tech jobs and career resources like their salary predictor, Dice is the free way to hack your career in tech. Visit dice.com/canyouhackit for more info.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio in high fidelity.
Jimmy Mack is a renowned medical intuitive and spiritual life coach who has taken, completed, and even mastered a variety of healing modalities. After a near-death experience, he was shown and developed a simpler way to create healing and profound changes, now known as My Liquid Fish. He works with clients in person, on the phone, and over Skype worldwide, accessing energetic powers and co-creating changes that you can actually feel. Call in now to reserve your spot on the switchboard. The call-in number is 713-955-0594. Press 1 if you would like to ask Jimmy Mack a question. Enjoy this 1 hour of profound healing.
Hey everybody, it's Jimmy Mack coming to you live with another transmission and download of the Jimmy Mack Healing Show. We're glad you all are here. We're in the Tampa Bay area of Florida. Gosh, it's been cold even for us, and so for those of you who are in the Northeast, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Just been way, way too cold. I get chills if it goes below 70, so that tells you what how, I guess, thinned out my blood is as a Floridian. We're glad everybody's here today. We bring you a nice little blog talk radio show every week at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. We're also on iHeart as well, and I love to have co-hosts, guests that join me in bringing their talent and effort to you. And so it's always good. It's always refreshing. You can reach out to me if you need a private session for healing. It's info at jimmymackhealing.com. So every week we want to bring you somebody new and different, and also just for everybody that's listening, you definitely want to press 1 if you'd like to ask a question, get a reading from today's co-host and guest, or get a healing from myself. Grab one thing in particular. If you have arthritis and headaches and nausea and you're crying over your lost pet, grab one of those things. It's a radio show, so cursory, we're going to grab something for you there and see if we can make a difference. If it's a private issue, obviously you need to schedule time with either today's guest as a reading or with myself for healing over the phone, Skype, worldwide. We're here to help you. We're here to contribute to you. But we certainly want you to be concise because that's how this works, to get you the most bang for the buck for free, obviously. And so we're glad everybody's here. Atrocious weather out in New York, as you know and have read. So Blog Talk may be up or down. And for those of you on hold, we're glad you're here. There's always a lot of folks in listening mode. Again, if you want to ask a question of today's guest or myself, you're going to want to press 1. So today's special guest is Saira Kadeer. She is, and it's pronounced Sarah, even though it's spelled S-A-I-R-A. And she's an international psychic medium and clairvoyant. She's been in business over 25 years, like myself, offering psychic, clairvoyant, and mediumship readings, healing, and spiritual development. She's best known as Mystic Saira from Psychic Today, and also known as the Soulmate Psychic because she specializes in soulmates, twin flames, and other soul connections, as well as other aspects of life and spiritual development. You can certainly find out more today. Her website is modernmystic.co.uk, and that would be www. Of course, modern, M-O-D-E-R-N, dash, mystic, M-Y-S-T-I-C.co.uk. welcome to the show. How are you today, Saira?
I'm really well, thank you, Jimmy. How are you?
I'm good, love. Thanks for being here. We haven't spoken in a while, and I know I was on your show as well, and we always have fun turning it up. Yeah, how have you been?
Yeah, I've been good. I mean, I've been busy, as you can imagine.
Sure.
I think this past month of December has been, a real roller coaster for
I agree.
a lot of people on the emotional level. It's been absolute, it's been hell. It's been very, very difficult for a lot of people. So there's been a lot of call for guidance and insight, from myself. So it's been a very, very intense month. And what I've kind of noticed really is that even it's spilling into, the first portion of this month, and people are still going through their very, very difficult times. I've never known so much of, an emotional time for many. But as with many of my readings, I've also been looking sort of further into the beginning, because 2018 I think is going to be a very powerful year, in many respects.
Yeah.
It's all about transformation. It's all about change. All these things that have been causing the emotional roller coaster, really it's a massive clearing, on a grand scale. That's how I feel about it. And as we step into 2018, whether that's January, February or March, whenever our new cycle kind of really kicks in, we're then heading into a much clearer pathway for ourselves.
Love it. Well said. Yeah, I appreciate it. Tell folks how to get a hold of you and your best email address, hon, and the best, whether it's Facebook or your website, if they want to go deeper on readings.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I work in a variety of different ways. So I'm a natural psychic from childhood, and I started my professional psychic development from 17. And then, it's been, 27 years later, here I still am, working away. I work on UK TV and also have my own radio show as well, plus attend lots of events up and down the country here in the UK. But if people want to get hold of me for a reading, whether that's in terms of soulmates or any other kind of life guidance or spiritual development, because that's another area I'm really focusing on, the easiest way is to get through on my website, which is www.modern-mystic.co.uk, or you can contact me through Facebook under Modern Mystic, and I also have another one under Mystic Saira, which is what I'm known as here in the UK on UK TV. So any of those forms of communication, you can get through to me on.
Love it. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, let's grab a caller. That's what we're all about. 347. You're our first caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And grab a question. Hi, 347. Are you there? Hello.
Nope.
I think they're just got us on the line, but
you're
not here.
Your cat, not my cat. I ain't got nothing.
Okay, 843 is next. We're not searching for cats today. I love it. 843. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name's Laura. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, Laura. You have one little question there for Saira?
Saira, I got a question for you. It's sort of a double dose kind of question.
Yeah.
I was wondering if the woman my husband is currently seeing is his soulmate, and if you see him coming back to the family or not because of that.
Right. Okay, let me just have a look and see what I've got here with this. Okay, right. Just tuning into the energy of this as well, because I'm not necessarily feeling that this is like a soulmate kind of energy. It's a soulmate kind of energy. Let's have a look and see what I've got here with this. I don't feel that there is, what I'm actually seeing here is more of, how can I put it, a physical attraction between the two of them, rather than a soul connection. So, I actually feel here, I feel like there's a stronger soul connection with yourself. And I feel that...
I agree with you. That's the weird part for me.
Yeah.
I feel like
what I feel is happening here is, how can I put it? I feel like the soul link, the soul connection between yourselves is kind of being questioned by him, okay? And even though this is intensely painful for yourself, I feel like you've got to kind of let him explore the fact that it's not a soul connection, if that makes sense, and find his way back to where he should be, the true soul connection. I feel really that he's lost, at the moment.
Here's my problem. He's told my son that he's getting her a ring after our divorce is final, and we haven't even filed for separation. So I'm trying to figure out, but he's telling me he wants to work on the marriage. So that's where I get confused. But he's been with her for over a year.
To be honest with you, when I look at the statement of what he said to your son, I kind of feel here that he knows that that's going to go back to you. And it's almost like to kind of trigger a reaction, because even though he's gone off and sought another relationship, I still feel that he still wants you, and I feel here he's trying to gauge whether there is the possibility. He's trying to get a reaction. I don't feel necessarily that he's planning on marrying this person, even though this is what he's trying to kind of insinuate. However, I do feel like he's unsure of where the ground lies because of all the hurt that he has caused, and he's very well aware of that hurt. I feel in his mind logically that he's kind of saying to himself that what right does he have to continue the marriage or to try and make amends, because I feel here, in his mind, he doesn't really deserve it because he has caused a lot of hurt here. I feel that it's almost like I want to say what you're being told here is to remain strong, and there is no action to be taken at present. It's almost like waiting the whole situation out. I actually feel that he's going to step forward. For whatever reason, I'm getting the month of March here with you, and I feel as though there is going to be like a reunion between the two of you. Not quite sure. I feel like this other relationship is just going to run its course as well.
With all due respect, ma'am, his lease runs out on March 27th, and normally I'm the catcher. In other words, I'm the safety net. When everything fails, he comes back home. If his job fails, he comes back. You know what I mean? It's kind of that kind of situation, and I'm kind of sick of that position. I was kind of hoping to hear that he's going to move in with her because I really am getting tired of being the safety net, to be honest.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's moving back in March. Okay. But what I feel here is there is that reconnection coming in around that time, okay? And like I said, I feel as though that relationship that he's in is going to run its course, because I feel here as time goes by, because this is the 2018 is a very, very big year for soul connections. Okay, so those soul connections that are not currently together or are separated for whatever reason are kind of really come together with, it's almost like with a huge force. Okay, so that reconnection is actually making it not just connecting to you back together, but actually making it stronger than ever.
With all due respect, where is she in the middle of this? Because she used to be my friend, so I know how she can work. And she plays men. She likes controlling the situation. Does she really have feelings for him? Because I don't understand.
Let me just have a look at her. What I keep on getting here with her is, how can I put it? She's only in a relationship for what she can get.
That sounds about right, because she's married and she's had 7 boyfriends previously, so she's always been doing this constantly. And she always picks people that are already involved, engaged, married, or otherwise. And I should have known better to keep an eye out for that.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, he is, guilty just as much as he's a player in this as well.
But she's owning up to it. I got to give her credit. She's owning up. She's saying they're involved. She's saying that she's been over. She's saying she slept with them. As hurtful as that sounds, at least she's being honest with me. At least there's a value of respect somewhere. That makes crazy sense, but.
Yeah, but there is a huge competitiveness with her, and I feel it's almost like, look, I've got your man kind of energy with it, I don't feel.
If I stay quiet and leave him alone, everything will settle down.
I feel like she will get bored anyway,
Well, I heard they had a big blow up recently over the fact that in a drunken text he said that I'm with her, deal with it. And she blew up sky high, is what I got told by a friend of ours. And she was saying, I'm done with him, walking away. This is what I got told. And that was 2 days ago. Okay.
So it feels like everything's really beginning to kind of disintegrate there with them. I feel like he's lost. I feel like he's confused. I feel like he's torn. But how can I put it? He's got to find his own way back. And yes, I feel that this other person is this woman has swept him away.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of really flattered his ego, and told him what he thought he wanted to hear. She's very good at that. I want to say, in that respect, she is what I'd call a very, very strong manipulator. Which is why she appears to have, I want to say a lot of success with actually snaring men. Not success with relationships, because I feel like she's never satisfied. Because at the end of the day, I get an emptiness with her, an emptiness that cannot be filled.
See, my thing with her is I feel like she likes to be in control and wear the pants. She likes a Mr. Mom at home kind of joke.
Yeah, but even if she's got that, she's still not satisfied.
No, I grant you that, but that's her primary goal, to have something for her 2 kids. That's what I'm saying by that. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
That might be a motivation, but there's also a deeper psychological and emotional issue with her that actually it's almost like she craves attention big time.
All right, and is he aware of any of the negative qualities with her at this point, or is it just starting to show, or what's the deal?
Well, listen, that definitely tests yes, and I'll just take it from here, Sarah. But it's a radio show, so we're going to be brief, honey.
Sure.
But that's all right. We're like 5 questions in, so I wanted to save time for other folks. But here's the thing, it's kind of like I'm breaking man code with you, but it's come to stay or stay away, right? And you've already mentioned that you're really tired of rescuing him and that sort of thing being the safety net for him. So I would highly advise you, for your own peace of mind and sanity, is ignore what they may be doing, because they just seem like, babbling idiots running around, bar scene, parties, whatever, and work on you, work on your son, do the best you can to build yourself up and consider moving on from this mess. He definitely is going to come back around St. Patty's Day is when it tests at my end. So I'm just letting you know now, you've got the time, you got the knowledge, you're prepared for it. He can come to stay or stay away. I just think this is a big game for him. So at some point
right,
you're going to...
We're supposed to be moving in June out of state.
Mm-hmm.
And he's fully aware of this. And half the time he's okay with, the other half he isn't. And I really don't want him thinking because we're going to move, he's going to be able to come with us and start fresh.
I don't see him moving with you in June. So I wouldn't even. This is going to be in and out constantly. This is going to be games. you're going to come to a place where, as I say of women, when they've had enough, they've really had enough. So you have to reach that level of not giving a shit what they're doing, or your ex-friend or any of those things, and really, really, really work on you and improving you. Okay.
All right. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thanks for the call. You bet. 402 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Diane calling from Nebraska. Thanks for taking my call today.
You bet. Do you have one, as in O-N-E, one question for Saira?
Yes, I was wondering what impressions you get concerning my twin flame and me.
Okay. Let me just have a look and see what I get for you on this. Okay. Right. Bear with me. Okay. Right. Right. Just give me a couple of seconds, because I feel like I've got quite a bit of information kind of coming through. I feel that you're very well aware of exactly who your twin flame is.
Yes.
I feel that, how can I put it? It's almost like there is a connection problem. There is something blocking the energy between the two of you in terms of being able to properly connect. But what I do get with this is, I feel like it's not necessarily the easiest of connections when I look at the soul energy, but I feel there's a lot of work implied, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It's not necessarily the smoothest. However, there is such a connection between the two of you. I want to say even, on an intuitive and energy level, it's really, I want to say it's off the scale. I feel like there is, like I said, I don't know whether there's this separation, or there's a feeling of wanting to kind of come back or come in stronger here with this. What I'm being shown, even though it's appearing to be, it feels like it's more difficult to get it off the ground more than anything else. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Yeah? That's where I feel the problem is. It's not the connection, it's not what you could be, and it's not the relationship that you will have when you get there. It's just getting there that is the problem. And I feel that at the moment you're kind of, I'm being shown here almost like in stasis here with this. Like there is very little that you can do to hurry this thing up, even though you are very well aware of the intense. I feel like you're both very well aware of the intense connection. I get complications around your twin flame that are kind of preventing the energy flow to work, if that makes sense. I feel that it's almost like there's something here. There's something that they have got to reach. I feel like you've gone through real, such strong emotion with this. I feel like you've been quite torn. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I feel like you don't know whether to walk away or whether to stick it out. I feel like you've tried to walk away and you can't. I just feel very, very sort of like a confused energy around this, and it's because you are getting like confused messages from them, I feel. However, when you have had glimmers of that twin flame connection working, and when it does, it's absolutely phenomenal. And I feel like they have seen that, and you obviously have seen that as well. I feel, I'm just trying to get a timing around this where I feel, because at the moment it feels like they have got to do a lot of work on themselves before they are going to be ready for that connection or ready for your future relationship.
Now, do you mean the twin flame or spirits other than him or me?
I mean the twin flame.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you on the timing thing. I just wanted to make sure I understood you.
Yeah. So as I'm just really focusing on you and your twin flame at the moment. Okay. So what I feel here is that I feel like they've got a kind of almost like surrender, I suppose is the word that I get, into that. It feels like they've got a lot of life blocks going on at the moment. And once they're through that, I feel like you can have the connection then can work. But until you reach that point, because I feel here that you're ready, so you're fine, you're ready for that connection, but he's still got some work to do.
Okay. Did you see any time period on that? I know time's sketchy.
Yeah, let me just have a look. I'm getting between March and April. March and April, where I feel like you'll be reaching, or he'll be reaching, a balance point.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for your call, love. Appreciate it.
Thank you. You bet.
You bet. Thanks. Bye-bye. 856, our next caller. Hi, what's your one question?
Hi, this is Laura in New Jersey.
Hey, Lauren, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I know it's cold there. Ugh.
Yeah, it is.
One of my best friends is from Wayne, New Jersey. I always laugh over the band Fountains of Wayne. So there you go. Question for Sarah?
Yes, I'm looking for work, and I'd like to know if you see me getting a job soon.
Okay, let's have a look and see what I get for you. Okay, so let's have a look. So as I'm tuning into your energy, I feel like this whole area for you has been really blocked, and I feel like as hard as you've tried, it's like you just can't seem to get something that is sort of, it's like remotely suitable, or actually get the one that you want or the one that you're going for. So I feel like there's a shift and a change coming in around that. You're not as blocked as perhaps you feel that you are. What I'm being shown here is the month of February as being incredibly strong for you. That's where I feel you're actually changing direction when I'm looking at the work front. It's almost like, I feel like, how can I put it? It's like you're being sort of channeled, if you like, by the universe into the right position for you, which is why your previous attempts have not been successful, because they haven't been the right job. So even though you may be viewing that as a block, or it's not working, or a failure, I don't actually feel that's the case. It's like you're being funneled into the right position, but the right position hasn't come up just yet. Now, like I said, the change that I get for you is coming in February. I feel like it's a really positive position or positive job. It feels like you're going forwards. It feels like you're turning a corner. And I want to say this is going to be the first of quite a few big positive changes that come into your life. But it's like, how can I put it? This seems to be the number one priority at the moment to kind of get sorted. I feel like I've got the, if you like, the brakes coming off. And I want to say, even though I've got February as a start point here of where you change direction, I actually feel that position is going to be coming up in this month.
Okay, so it's nothing that I've interviewed for already. It's something that I don't know about yet.
Let me just have a look and see if it's an existing one. Okay, let's have a look. I feel like it's new.
That's what I get too, honey. You don't have this yet. It hasn't shown up yet. So a couple weeks out maybe you'll find that ideal one. Doesn't mean you can't take whatever you want to now. Doesn't mean you can't jump ship later and just leave them off your resume. Do you know what I'm saying? So you got to do whatever you got to do to keep the cable on, and I get that. but I wouldn't. But it feels like a couple weeks out, like Sarah's saying. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it. Gosh, Sarah, I love you're just so direct and you're spot on. Tell folks how to get it. We're halfway through the show already. That's how fast it goes. Tell folks how to get a hold of you, honey. Yeah, on the website, maybe your email address as well.
Yeah. My website is www.modern-mystic.co.uk. My email address is Saira, Sarah, at modern-mystic.co.uk. But people can email me through my website as well.
Folks, you're going to want to reach out for a deeper message. I've worked with Sarah before, and she's incredible and super accurate and really spot on. So just know today we love you. There's only so many questions we can handle, of course, from one person in general. A lot of folks with their hands raised and really want to get in. So we're going to do the best we can to get as many people in today to at least get their question answered. So awesome. 858 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Anne. Thank you so much for taking my phone call.
Yeah. Do you have a question for Sarah?
Yes, I do. Sarah, I have a question. Do you see a romantic relationship, not just a dating or talks with people that I know already, or it's not going to happen?
Okay, let's have a look and see what I get on the romance front for you. I'm just going to give the cards a little bit of a shuffle. This allows me to focus.
Okay.
As well as tuning into your energy. And let's just see what I get. Oh, this is looking good. Okay. So you want to know whether it's somebody that you already know, is that right?
Just 1 second. There is other people here. 1 moment. I have to move to a different area. I want to know if you see a romantic relationship, not just a dating or something, something like light and not and short-lived, but something more serious with people that I know already. Yeah.
With people that you know already?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look. See, what I'm being shown here is a very big relationship stepping in. There is a feeling here of, how can I put it? It's something that's holding me back from saying, yes, it's somebody you know already. However, what I do feel is it is somebody that you have known, okay? Because it feels like they are coming in from the past, not a past relationship necessarily. But I feel like I get this past link with them. So they are known to you, but I just get this complete air of mystery with them, as though even if you were to rack your brains today, you would still not get this person, okay? I feel like I am getting I want to say that I am getting the summer months, you know, and I know that feels like it's, you know, not as soon as you perhaps would like, but this is a relationship that I feel it meets you on very much on a soul level. I just feel like I'm going way back in time with them, you know, as though this is somebody that you have known, but you wouldn't necessarily recognise because it's been so long since you've seen them, you know. But there is this past connection that I get with them very, very strongly. I feel if I'm looking at this person, you know, a very, very gentle kind of man, very sincere. The word sincere comes in very strongly, but also somebody that I feel that intellectually you're actually going to find very fascinating. I feel like there is a huge amount of catching up to do, but what I love about the energy of this relationship is that even though it's kind of stemming back or going back a number of years here, since you last knew this person. Like I said, it's not necessarily romantically. I feel like all those years will just melt away and it will feel like you've known each other forever. It's a very, very strong link coming in. You've also got the soulmate card alongside it. So I feel like there is going to be a soul connection here with this. Do not feel that, what I want to say here is don't settle for second best, because I feel like there are going to be maybe a couple of suitors that step forward before we reach this one. And this is why I'm saying don't settle for second best. Wait for that big, big connection, because that's where the big relationship is. I don't feel like you'll miss it either way, even if you did follow up on these other people that come in. But I feel that this is the one that is going to have the most impact on your life. I feel with you, it feels like this journey of being sort of alone and in, I feel like unrewarding, unfulfilling relationships, or even, the smaller types of relationships. That period is actually coming to a close. Whatever you needed to learn over that period of time, and I feel like it is a good substantial amount of time, has been learned, okay? And I feel here that you are, you've now come to the conclusion that you don't want to be like that anymore. You want to have you want to build the future here with that partner and have that partner in your life. And I feel that absolutely that is something that's coming in for you, but I'm getting the summer months with this.
Oh, that's
Love
great.
It.
And you mean, yeah, it does. So you mean summer months like June, July, or August?
That's it. Those summer months. I would definitely have fun till then, but that's what she's picking up for now, honey, okay? Thanks
Great.
for your
Thank
call.
you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling in. Bye-bye. 214 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi there. Hi, this is Prem.
Hey, how are you? You have a question for Sarah?
Hi, yeah. I kind of wanted to double check on something. My husband had recently come back from a trip from China, and he also came back with some strange virus, and now I've caught it. But I also worked on him because he was having these leg pains on one side real bad, and when I looked into it, someone had put a hex on him. And so I cleared it, and I think what's happened with him is because he's very talented and creative, I feel that people around him are kind of threatened, but they kind of want to suppress him because it's not comfortable for them to see him become the star. And I just wondered if I was correct on that, because he would like to, come out of his shell and show his real talent, but he keeps saying, well, I don't think I can get any bigger as a company. And I'm like, yes, you can. I can see it. Okay. I wondered what you see with that.
You want me to look at his future career?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look at that. Right. I love the energy of this. Totally. I mean, with him, how can I put it? You're quite right. He has huge potential. Massive potential. And this is something you can see. I don't feel here that he recognises that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels that he...
I have to keep kicking him. I'm like, yes, you do.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm actually seeing for him is I feel like I've got a very, very... It's coming up as a bit of a golden opportunity for him. And I also feel like this is coming in from overseas. Okay? So I feel that even though he might not necessarily be, the driving force here, or he may not exhibit that real drive and passion that you would like to see here, I still get him getting that opportunity. And then and only then, and this is sort of going over a longer period of time. It's not immediate. The opportunity is coming in, I feel, around June. I keep on getting June with it. But I feel that after that, he will get to see just how talented he is. Okay? And it is going to be quite a surprise to him. quite a shock to him. It's going to take a bit of getting used to. I'm also being drawn towards. So is he talented in like 3 areas?
A lot of areas. He's a lighting designer. He also does. He does a lot of things in that whole. He's also good at editing. He does light shows, like for concerts and stuff.
I mean, what I'm seeing him do, and is concentrate on 3 areas. Okay, on 3 areas. And I feel like that's going to be his real. Some things might drop, some things might kind of fall into the background here. Like I get 3 main areas that he's really going to be pushing forwards here. And it feels like it's almost like as a result, it's like the universe showing him the direction that he needs to be going in. Because I feel in some respects he's quite content with just bumbling along. And I feel that when this opportunity comes in, and I feel like it's a very big opportunity, it's going to lead to others as well. I just feel like I've got the floodgates opening. And at that point, he's going to realise just how good he is. You know,
awesome.
And he's
appreciate your call, honey. And listen, I don't get hexes at all. I get diatomaceous earth. You both have parasites, by the way. So Google food grade, food grade diatomaceous earth. When I ask spirit, it isn't viral bacteria, mold, fungus, mildew, yeast, candida, negative pathogens, parasites. You both have parasites. It's very common. Very common to go to foreign country like China, and if you had any little fruit, any little vegetable, anything that's uncooked, they're used to it, but he's not. So he definitely has parasites, and so do you. So you definitely want to look into diatomaceous earth, food grade, and look at taking that, and that'll clean you both up inside about 2 weeks. Okay? Appreciate your call. Thank you. 916 is the next caller. Hi. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your question for Sarah? Hello. 916.
Hello. Yes.
Hi. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Nancy from California, and I have a strange
Hey, Nancy, you have a question for Sarah?
Yes, I do, Sarah. Is it possible that you can be your own twin flame? And that, because I feel complete. I don't feel like I'm searching for somebody to complete me.
I love that question. That's the best question of the day, Sarah.
It certainly is. Thank you, Nancy. Absolutely. We're all meant to be, our own twin flames to a certain degree, and complete in ourselves. And it's when we find that element of completion within ourselves, we find yet another person that has that same element of complete. Okay? I feel here, how can I put it? Not all of us are necessarily destined to have that experience in this, in every single lifetime. And it may very well be that the reason why that you don't feel like you need to seek anyone is that your experience in this lifetime is just to experience ultimate self-love and connection.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm married. Sense? Well, it makes sense. I'm married, but it's more for companionship than it is for somebody to complete me. Yeah.
Well, you've kind of uncovered, if you like, the golden key here that a lot of people go out. You should never go out to seek somebody else to complete you. You should be complete yourself, which is what you've already found.
Right.
Love that. So well said.
Hey, well, thank you. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for calling in, honey. You won the question of the day. I love it. The best question of the day. Hey, 520 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Hi. 520. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from? You have a question for Saira?
Yes. My name's Christina, and I'm calling from Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hi, Christina.
What's your question for Saira, Christina?
Okay. First of all, I love your name, Sarah. I named my house Sarah. And I was just wondering, I went for an interview yesterday, and I got a job. It's not the job I want, but do you see me finding the job I want after this one, or will I end up staying there?
Right, let me have a look and see what I've got here for you.
Okay.
The first thing I'm kind of getting here is I get the time period of 3 months, so I feel like this is very much a temporary solution here for you. I feel I don't even feel like there's anything particularly wrong with the job that you are going into, but I don't feel like you're going to have that fulfillment with it. But what it is going to do is it's going to allow you to be far more selective. What I'm being shown with the job is it's there for as long as you want or need it, okay? But I feel like I've got you there for around 3 months before you find exactly what you're looking for, okay? I don't feel like I've got you stuck there. I don't feel like I kind of feel like you're going to find it too easy in many respects. But as we go further into the year, like I said, in 3 months' time, I've got the golden opportunity here for you. So keep looking is what I want to say.
Okay.
Love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Honey, if you email me, it's info@jimmymackhealing.com. Just put in the subject line, work, job, career from the radio show today. I'll send you an audio MP3 for free. It's about a $60 audio MP3. It's a half hour long, and it'll clear your blocks on work, job, career. And I feel like 6 weeks into this deal, you're going to start entertaining some other deal. And I think Sarah's right on, spot on with the timeline of about 90 days out. So, sound good?
Yes, thank you guys. Many blessings. Thank you.
Oh, listen, thanks for calling in. We appreciate you listening, honey. 724 Shay and thank you. 724 Shay in Pennsylvania. Hi, what's your question, Shay?
Yes. Hi, happy holiday. I guess I should say happy New Year to the both of you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, my question today is if you see any legal technicalities coming my way. If I can be more specific.
You want to narrow it down to my best friend's a lawyer, so is it business, personal, is it a divorce? What's the category?
It's custody. My 12-year-old son's father. He started this custody battle a little over a year ago, so I just don't know if I could breathe a little bit right now, or is he in the process of, orchestrating something else?
Okay. Let's just have a look and see what I get for you.
Appreciate it.
Right. Okay. So he's going for custody. Is that right?
Yeah. We've done 3 mediations, which are absolutely horrible to say the least. There's a current order, in place, but at any time he can, throw me a snowball and ask for more or whatever it is that he may seem to do. And so I just wanted to see if I could breathe a little bit, or is he in the makings of, wanting more or doing something?
Yeah, there's an element here with him when we're talking about control, okay? And I feel there's, it's almost like I kind of get somebody that just is never really satisfied. I kind of really want to it's almost like get one over. That's the energy that I get here around this.
To get one over on me, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, maybe you can just help me understand, because we had broke up before the child was born, and he was freckled in his life, and then I was about 7-8 months pregnant with my second baby, 11 years later, and I got sued for custody, and it's been all downhill in all ways since then.
I mean, what I feel with this is, what I keep on saying here is that I feel like you're picking up, because you're very intuitive, you're picking up the undercurrent here.
Okay.
And what I want to say here is I do feel there will be, a further thing coming in here for you. But I also want to say that I don't see that as being remotely successful. But you've got to kind of weather it, be strong, and kind of deal with it. And then I feel like I've got you being able to move on completely from it. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I feel like there is some breathing space here for you, but I really want to say, please do pay attention to that intuition of yours, because I feel like hang on. The reason why you're asking about this, the reason why you're even questioning this is because you feel that there's an undercurrent already there, and I feel that that's right.
Right. Yes, like something's already in the making, and then once again, I'll be the last one, to find out when I get served with whatever paper.
When that happens, do not go into panic mode, because I see you as being able to handle it and work through it. I don't see it as being remotely successful. It's a pain to deal with, but what I'm being told here with this is just keep your center and don't allow it to rock you.
Awesome.
And then
I don't see any of this being successful, just so you know. This is just him forever, unfortunately spending money on attorneys that could be well spent on the child. I always tell everybody the best deal you can ever cut is the one at the kitchen table. One of my closest friends is a litigation attorney, so I have heard about and know way more about litigation than I ever wanted to know about. And so a lot of this just keeps everything stirred up, honey. But I don't see any of his stuff successful, and the best deal you could ever cut is always, liberal visitation, whatever the rates are for payment, for alimony, for child support, for whatever, and just be right down the road with it as much as you can. Keep the child first and foremost, okay? If you write me, it's info@jimmymackhealing.com. Just put in there about family in the subject line. I'll send you an audio MP3 all about family, because you really need to work on healing the family, okay? And when the child's with you, that's great. And when the child's with him, he needs to be at peace with that. And, you guys kind of need to lay down the bows and arrows and the knives, because the only people winning in this are the attorneys, okay?
Right. No, I firmly agree with you 110%. Unfortunately, that other party...
it's just been a colossal waste of time and money. I don't see him being successful. That's the number one answer to your overall around question, okay?
Could I possibly... I have one last question pertaining to that, if it's okay with you.
Okay. What you want to do is just email us or look up Saira, because we have like 1 million people on hold, and they want to ask questions, honey, okay? Thanks so much for your call.
More than understandable. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye to both of you.
You bet. Thank you. 847 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Jimmy. This is Uma. I have a question for my friend. His name is Eril. He is...
okay, you have a question for Saira? What's your question?
The question is, he had applied for divorce with his wife. I'm just curious if there will be any issues or problems that he has to face, or it will come through, or anything that he needs to be aware of.
So he's got, can you just repeat that again for me?
What's the reference to him and his wife, honey?
This is my friend. His name is Eril. He is asking for divorce from his wife. She just went back to India like 5-6 years ago, and he wants to get rid of her because she's threatening a lot. He's going through a lot of issues. He's dealing her psychologically.
Okay, divorce. You're saying divorce. I got it.
Yeah. Oh, my question is, what is coming up for him?
Right, okay. Let's have a look and see what I get with this. Right, okay. Right, so as I look at this, what I want to say here is there feels as though, I don't really like the energy of this. I feel like he's going to have to be, really have the patience of a saint here with this, because I feel as though there are going to be things thrown at him, and it feels like he's having to do a lot of defending, of himself and of his actions. However, what I do feel with this is there's very little actually substantiating that. So even though this feels like a messy process to kind of go through, and what I'm being told here, it is going to be all done and dusted over the course of this year, okay? So by the end of 2018, I feel like it's done. And I feel then he's going to be free to be able to live his life as he wants to. I feel like, how can I put it? What I'm being shown here is like, there's some low punches here coming in. So I feel that, what she's going to kind of come up with or throw at him is not going to be necessarily pleasant. But I haven't got anything substantiating that. So I feel that even though it's quite an emotional journey for him, and will be, and stressful probably, I feel like he's going to be able to deal with it, go through with it, and turn a corner by the end of the year. I feel like there's no real negative outcome. Does that make sense? I don't feel, what I'm being shown here is a fairness, regardless of what she throws at him. But he is going to have to be quite patient and strong around this.
Awesome. That's a great message. That's about all the time. That's all the time we have for today, honey. We appreciate you calling. So please refer that message to him. If we can help you in any way, reach out. It's info@jimmymackhealing.com. If you write me a note and just put love in the subject line, I can send you an audio MP3. It would help both you and your friend. Okay. Thanks for your call.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. Take care. Bye-bye. Folks, that's all the time we have today. Sarah, wow, does it feel like a whirlwind? It's like we were on a treadmill of messages the whole time. I love it when it's that fast, don't you?
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. Enjoyed every second. So I just want to thank everybody for calling through. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah. And for everybody that's still on hold and had their hand raised on the one button, we appreciate you being here. It makes a difference on the show. We love it. It just gets more and more popular all the time. Folks, we're just here to help everybody and to contribute. This is a part of our service. Sarah, tell everybody again the best way to get a hold of you.
Yeah, absolutely. You can get hold of me through my website, which is www.modern-mystic.co.uk, or on Facebook under Mystic Saira or Modern Mystic. And you can also email me on saira@modern-mystic.co.uk.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for being on the show, honey. We sure appreciate you. You always bring it, and today was no exception to that. So thank you so much. Folks, that's all the time we have today. Yeah, we appreciate everybody being here and calling and raising their hand and making it so popular and fun and fast. And we hope we brought a little touch of spirit to you all and at least gave you some guidance for the rest of the year in whatever area you needed. This is Jimmy Mack from the Jimmy Mack Healing Show signing off and saying may the rest of your life be the best of your life and to make progress every day. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Support for this podcast comes from Dice. With over 70,000 tech jobs and career resources like their salary predictor, Dice is the free way to hack your career in tech. Visit dice.com/canyouhackit for more info.